lights out. Feel the twitch in my veins. Carbon fiber blood stain. Telemetry screaming, I'm not just a driver, I'm a weapon. Grip the wheel like a vice. Every apex sacrifice. Brake late, dive deep. I see your fear, it's mine to keep. Burn it down, build the crown. This league don't play, we tear it out. Throttle pulse, no remorse. We race to break the course.
We've got fast sweeping corners under the lights and 20 racers all ready to write their name into the quickly growing history of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today.
What's going on, Tyrone? I see that everybody is waiting to load in after the green was called, but here we are in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. For the people watching at home, I'm in the comms box with Tyrone. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing fantastic as always. Anytime I can speak to you, mate, my life gets a little bit better. So here we are, and the smile is on my face, each ear to ear.
That's good, man. That's good. So here we are, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, night track, street track. The walls are a lot tighter than they are in Brazil, that is for sure. How many safety cars or VSCs do you reckon we're going to see tonight?
Oh, straight away to if I was a betting man, what a segment. If I was a betting man, Mr. Thundernuts, I would be backing in the number 2. At least 2 safety car interferences we will have on this race. What about you, mate? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think 2's a good shout. I was actually going to say 3 because it's the first race here in Jeddah. We do have a couple people reserving up. We do have a latecomer to the lobby as well, so looking to be a full grid by the time we get out there and get things going. But yeah, I was going to say 3 between a VSC. I mean, I think we're bound to see some shenanigans. Lap 1, turn 1. It always catches people out.
Seriously tight chicane. It's always, and you always get the guys get the rip and start, and they don't want to miss out on it. But it's almost like, well, you've just got to hang back and survive lap 1. It's one of those sort of tracks where if you try to put the heroics on early, you're going to pay the price. It's a very low percentage chance around here if you're going to try to throw something in.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, Brema also, he's saying 3. What's up, F7 and Cali saying good luck to everybody. But yeah, it is a tight chicane. Like, it's almost a reverse Monza, if you will.
Reverse Monza, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
But it is Monza. You do the right left, and turn 1 2, and here you just go left right. So it's kind of the same. I mean, Monza, you do get a bit more of a run up. There is a touch more speed, but here it's about the same, I would say. We're just kind of on board with the beautiful McLaren of NDNV, or retired. It's a good-looking car, in my opinion. I'm also a McLaren fanboy, but here we are.
Fantastic looking car is that McLaren. As you're going to throw it into the first chicane, and it's a tricky one, the first chicane. If you get the first corner wrong, if the second one really, you have to wait for it quite a lot. And I find sector 1 one of the most satisfying sectors to get right. But getting it right is the challenge. He throws it into the first part of it. It's a big, long right-hander into the long double apex left-hander. Little glance to the wall. He's going to have to get out of it. And there it is. Skateboards off into the edge. Yep. So I think we'll see that a few times tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, certainly will. Let's see. Let's go on board with Jerbot. Now, Jerbot is one to watch. So he's reserving up from Division 2. I race against him as he just rides the wall like he's driving a NASCAR. But he's got a lot of speed. And, he's proven that for the first couple of weeks here in Div 2, he's taken out a podium in each race. So it'll be interesting to see how he does here. I guess you could say reserving up. I mean, we're not doing a team championship or anything like that this season for RMPT, but he is definitely reserving up in a sense of racing in Division 1 tonight.
Absolutely. And ever since he turned off that ABS, he said he's just found pace on pace on pace. So, I mean, good on him for turning off the assist and reaping the benefits of Sprinter Giggles chucked down to 28-1. I imagine we're going to get well into the 27s tonight before all is said and done. As there we go, 27-8 banker from Jeddah, but it's a tidy lap from him.
It is. God. I've got to race him on Saturday. Oh.
Yep, you do, sir. Thundernuts. You've got to find some pace in those loins of yours, mate, because a 27-8, it's an effort. It's a good lap round here. Ranieri, 28. The Jeddah Merchant can't even put it onto provisional pole after his first run, so I'm sure he's not the most happy man after that.
No, sorry, I was asleep at the wheel, so just flicking through, seeing who's on laps. Looks like we had a China set of 28.3, and Mazda set of 28.6 going across the line there. So what's Jackal going to do? Jackal, P7 so far, 128.5. And then we got...
there has been some chaos in the pit lane. Panic Speed disqualified for blocking the... Oh my goodness, there's a car sideways across the pit entry.
Oh, I can't...
Oh my goodness, and Callie's been disqualified for the session because he couldn't get through.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that is...
Oh, F1 26, what are you doing? 25, what even is this? I don't even know
It doesn't matter, it's all cut copy anyways.
Oh,
that is... It's happened to me before. There was a preseason race, and feel for Callie. I feel for Callie. I'm in two minds right now as to what to do. Like, I feel for Callie.
That is a stinger. Because obviously Panic's just had a moment coming into the pit lane, and he's blocked himself. And it's not the easiest thing to turn around in that tight space. And then Callie's come in not expecting a car to be horizontal on the pit entry, and oh man, you got to feel for him. It's one of those situations you never wish upon even your worst enemy there.
Not wrong. I've had it happen to me in Singapore. I ended up having one of the best drives I've ever done. But yeah, same sort of scenarios happened to me in Singapore. I feel for Callie. Like, EA, it's such an unfortunate series of events. There's got to be a way to get past it. Like, there's no reason that somebody else getting a DSQ should cause you a DSQ. Simple as that.
Before, all they need to do is add in manual stewarding. Let the spectators take on the stewarding role. Put the penalties in ourselves. That's all it's got to be. You can keep your automatic ones, but let us, leave the big dogs out.
Leave the DSQs. There's got to be a better way.
Leave the track limits. You can do all that yourself. That's fine. They're fine. But yeah, there's those big ones that really ruin weekends. Like I said, it's a real punch in the gut. And Callie's luck just seems to go from bad to worse as the season progresses. He's got so much pace and so much ability, and he just can't catch a break at the moment. And thoughts go out to him. It sucks. As there we go. Plugger's joined.
And here we go. Here's the one to watch. So Plugger had a lot of speed towards the end of last season, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes here in Division 1. I know he took to the track with Titans, I think, last week or the week prior, and it didn't quite go according to plan, but he's going to be on the radar.
Just having a look now at the speed trap currently, and there is such a big difference from top to bottom. It's going to be very interesting to see how the race pans out, especially with tyre wear. So at the moment, Sprinter Giggles holds the quickest one through the speed trap of a 2:48. A 3:48. And then you've got Panic, you've got Red Bull driver of, I believe that is Callie, and then the McLaren of Junkyard Doggy. They're all down closer to 3:20. It's a big discrepancy, so I wonder maybe they haven't got the DRS open. Maybe even those guys who have got it open, they're around 340. There's about a 10-kilometer difference from top to bottom here. So,
I wonder if
setups.
I
big
wonder.
thing here.
Yeah, I wonder if it has to do with the wings. Like
Yeah.
I know some guys prefer to run them like pancakes. Some guys prefer to run it like the car's a vacuum to the ground. So, it's. I think it's got to do a bit with wings.
Absolutely, it has to be. And then my guess would be with Jeribot, Fish Lips, and China, they're all on the bottom end of that speed trap. I'm going to guess they're going to have much better tyre wear because the tyres scream after a couple laps around here. They get so warm and so hot, and you really feel it really early on in your stint if you don't take care of them. So, really important the drivers look after those tyres throughout the race.
Yeah, it really is. Like, did a bit of a practice race here myself, and my back right was cooking, mate. Like, I think I got up to 118 at one point.
Yeah, the back right is the tyre that feels it. Absolutely. It's just pain on pain inflicted on that bit of rubber. So
That's it.
yeah, it's important the drivers look out for them.
Junkyard Dog, looking like he's having a bit of a time out there tonight in Jeddah. He's not really gelling with the track. He's only pushed it through to a 129.4. Do expect him to kind of pick it up, though. I'm not too sure if he's just not comfortable or what's going on with him.
Well, I can put a bit of insight. He's recently bought a PC, and I know he's been struggling a little bit with his settings, both graphical and in terms of his wheel. So maybe he hasn't quite got it nailed down quite yet, would be my guess.
Oh, man, if only we knew people that could help set up that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know. How good is it? I've actually been helping him out piece by piece. But he has told me he's got a good mate of his going around who builds computers tomorrow to really help him knuckle it all down in person. So that'll be good for him. As I'm on board here with Mozza, who's just invalidated. So I'm going to jump off board of Mozza and jump on board with Jay Toozy, who has joined here. He's currently on a 28.8 and is currently flying down towards the quick right-left before the second DRS zone. Ooh, tap of the wall. Has to get out of the throttle there, but then get back down. And now it's a matter of burning. And I'm going to say he's on another outlap because he's in none.
It does look that way, but he is a guy that I do want to keep an eye on. This will be his first race here in Ramped. He's just had a bit of life commitments, we'll say. And wasn't able to make it through. No.
I'm sorry, Jeribot has just put down a 27.5 to go 5/10 clear of everyone.
That was my reaction. Like, yeah, Jeribot. Div 1.
He has gone quicker in Sector 1 by the next closest person is 3/10 of him. He has paced Sector 1.
He's just screaming.
A 32.2 through Sector 1 is quick. I know I'm setting 32.2s, 32.1s through Sector 1.
Now, see, by that sort of comparison, with Jeribot being P1, now we had Tyler Mandavy, who was on track P2 in Brazil. He was right behind Jeribot, so let's see where he's going to put his Red Bull. 128.6. Almost 9/10 apart. Good Lord. Bit of a difference in the quali pace there. Jeribot is...
a Jeddah lover.
He is a demon at the minute. Hey, Broadsta, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining us on the stream here, man.
I'm on board Sprinter Giggles here as he's going through Sector 1. He's in none. He's on a lap? I can't really tell. I think he might be, you know.
I don't... He's right... No. I don't think he is. Yeah, he's on an in-lap. He's got that red fuel light flashing. Now, it looks like Spuddy... I don't know what's going on with the Spud Muffin here. He's letting people by. You know what it is? He doesn't want to impede anyone. I've seen him moving really slow.
He's got a puncture. 100%. Did you see the way the car?
Nah.
3 wheels it looked like.
I think that's just EA and Jeddah and this game, and they've given up. EA have straight given up. There's no way he's got a puncture.
On my screen, it genuinely looked like his car picked up on 3 wheels and the rear left was gone.
Well, I mean, if you look at his car going into the pits just then, the 2 front wheels were hovering. So there's that.
Well, there you go. Yep. What a game.
Not wrong. Let's go on board with Jackal. Take us on a hot lap with Jackal.
Absolutely, Jackal now finished up Sector 1 with a 32.7, a little bit off the pace, but a 10th up on his time, into the long left hairpin. It's a waiting game, that left-hander. It's really easy to lose car and race trim. Does well though, hugs it nicely, then puts the battery on, just gets it powered out, Tricky corner come up here. Got to get to the left and really hug the right. Make sure you don't take too much of that exit curve, otherwise you'll bottom out and lose the car. Now it's just a straight line dash that's not so straight. Opens up the DRS now. Rear window wide open. Now he's got to keep it to the right here. He's looking for the brake markers. Got to throw it into this left-hander again. Lots of time to be found, lots of time to be lost. Look to be tidy, takes it nicely. And again, it's just foot to the floor. We all know that Jeddah is a throttle merchant of a track. Everyone loves to keep the foot flat. That's all that's important here. It's all a matter of finding his braking zone now. He'll be looking to the right, looking at that 100-meter brake board. Throws the anchors in. Looks to get the apex nice and late. Looks pretty good there. Looks tidy. Now it's a matter of chucking the battery on. Put the foot down. Keeping it as tight to the left as you can without invalidating your lap. What kind of time can he put down? Looks pretty good. It's a 27.9. Not a bad lap there from Jackal.
That's a really good lap from Jackal, in my opinion. Like, it was quite clear. He had a purple sector 2 going through, and there he is. The Jeddah Merchant, also an Aston Martin. The Reindeer, Ranieri, setting the provisional P1 at the minute with a 127.580. But
thousandths of a second.
Jerabot's on the track on an outlap at the minute. Is that a little bit too early? And before we go on, I just want to say shout out to Marzi. He's just gifted a whole bunch of people a tier 1 sub. Thank you very much, man. No, you can't be here tonight. You're out working, so I appreciate you tuning in and seeing what happens in your divisional race. But yeah, so Jerabot on an outlap, is it too early?
Yes and no. I understand that he wants to get out and get it done. He's in a rhythm. Why not keep it going? It's one of those times where you're like, I've just set down a really nice lap. I can replicate it. Let's go quicker. I don't want to sit in wait. I don't want to sit and wait. But again, the track evolution is going to go the wrong way to him. Jeddah, not the quickest to evolve, I would say. There's not the most in it. But there's still definitely, if you look at the timing of 5 thousandths between him and Reindeer, probably is a touch early for him. And I suppose the big concern will be if cars start coming out, in the next minute or 30 seconds, could end up with some traffic.
Yeah, we could. And the way the pit exit here is at Jeddah, it can really throw you off when you're on your lap and another car shoots into the track. As we start to see it, here we go. So Jerabot's going to start his lap. It looks like there's an Alpine coming out of the pits right now. So we're just going to hop on board with Jerabot for this to see how this Alpine handles him coming through. Is he going to floor it? I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Fish Lips. I think it's Fish.
It is Fish Lips. He's going a little bit slow through the first sector. He's going to have to get out of the way very soon. He's going to be throwing dirty air all up Jerabot's front wing. Oh, it's going to be mighty close here. Come on, Fishy. Recognize he's coming. He hasn't. I don't think he realizes.
Well, they're going into the hairpin. It looks like Fish is a bit ahead. He doesn't need to push, though, so I don't know why he's just not getting out of the way. Oh, as we see Jerabot lose it. He's facing the wrong direction. He's going to spin that car around. He's got traffic coming. There's a McLaren on the way. Oh, there's a Ferrari coming through. Oh, dear. That was sketchy indeed. Sketchy indeed by the Mercedes driver in Jerabot. He managed to somewhat get out of the way, and everybody was on outlaps, though, so good to see him get out of the way.
The question now begs, how much fuel is in that car? Did he damage the front wing? What's the go?
Let's see if we can... It doesn't look like there's any damage on the front wing that I can see on stream. It looks like he may be missing front left end plate.
He is. He has got damage on the front left. So
yep.
He's also got slight damage to the rear wing as well. So I don't know how bad that might be, according to my data that I'm looking at. So it's a shame.
Oh, Maz is calling it. He's not going to set another lap. 127.6 is where he's going to finish today. Let's see. Who are we going to go out? You know what? Plugger. Where is he at? He's just finishing up Sector 2. Starting Sector 3 right now. Going to start the final run. He's put it so far on P6. Just got home from work. That's why he was late joining the lobby. But
war incoming.
I'm really interested to see where he's going to put it. He's got that American livery on that car ready for next week. Oh, wait, next week we're at Silverstone, aren't we?
The week after.
Do you want to take this one away?
Oh, let me take it away as he throws it into the first chicane. Looked like a little bit deep into turn 1, but wasn't too bad. Managed to recover it well. Now starting the tricky, intricate Sector 1 S's. Some of the most satisfying corners to get right, but getting it right is a lot easier said than done. Want to hug that right wall again, let it run a bit wide as you open up that next 2 corners. It's careful of that outside curve. You'll skateboard very, very easily. Drop it to fifth. Get the rotation. Keep it within track lines. Nicely done there from the big fella plugger. Now it's a matter of finding your braking zone into the hairpin. It's not the easiest thing. There's 2 lines to take. Does he want to hug or is he going to take it wide? Kind of does a bit of both. It's not a bad line. Does all right out of it. 27.4 from Zonix. I told you a 27.4 was coming. I thought it was going to be plugger. Let's see how he tracks on. Now, keep it to the left as tight as you can. A little touch to the inside wall. Back end steps out ever so slightly. That would have lost him about a tenth there. Now it's a matter of finding the DRS zone, opening up that rear window, keeping that foot flat. There's only 2 main corners to go now. It's the quick left and then the hairpin at the end. What can he do? Keeps it tight, looks to do okay through it, maybe left a little bit on the table. Should be still doing okay on his times though. Now it's 1 more braking zone. Getting it right is all important. There's so much time to be found, there's so much time to be lost. As he comes in looking for that 100-meter braking board on the outside to throw the anchors into the water, get it tucked in, get that late apex. Oh, he goes a bit deep. And he's going to touch the outside wall. Oh, it's a bit of a scruffy lap here from Plugger. It'll be interesting to see what kind of time he puts down because he had his highs and he had his lows. It's going to be a 27.8, so does not improve on his time.
Yeah, and on that note, I just want to say that Zonix has put down a 127.4, clipping both the Reindeer and Jerbot for P1 at the minute, pushing that Mercedes to the limit. So far he's in P1, which will be interesting to see how that pans out come the start of the race. So it looks like Jackal's
going to end.
Yeah, it looks like Jackal's, I don't know if he's improving, but he does have a Williams right behind him.
Jackal's down by 4 tenths, so
is he going to improve? No.
Nah. So there it is. The big fella Zonix takes it away from Reindeer, who won't be happy, I can't imagine. He says that it's very public how much he loves this track. He'll be a little bit disappointed to not take pole here, but P2, he's in a good spot.
He is in a good spot, so.
Right, so qualifying comes to an end here. We got Zonix on the front row with Reindeer taking 1 and 2 away. Jerbot, after his last run spin, still managed to come away with P3, followed by Sprinter Giggles, who's probably a bit lower than most expect. We're used to seeing him up the front, but no doubt his race pace will come through. Mozza takes around P5. F7, after his dazzling comeback victory in Brazil, takes P6, Two-Door, Plugger and Jackal, and then China around at the top 10. Followed by Whiff, Husey, NDNV, Spud, Fish Lips, J Toozy, Tyler Man Davey, and then the rest I've missed out on because I speak too much and too slowly. Right. Well, race time. Thunder.
It is indeed race time.
Who's taking the win? Because this top 4, 5, even 6, down to 6 is a really tight grid. You've got F7 who proved that he has got all the pace he needs. Mozza, magic fingers. We know what he's capable of. Sprinter, leading the championship. He can do anything. Jerbot, coming up from Div 2, has shown absolute pace. And then you've obviously got the Reindeer and Zonix on pole. Who's taking it into turn 1 especially?
Well, see, turn 1, you have to say somebody from the first 2 rows. It just gets so chaotic when you're mid-pack and back of the pack. It's hard to say. It all really depends on how the first chicane's done. If there's a big incident and no safety car, but the cars get spread out, then you've got to say somebody from the first 2. But we're bound to see some yellow lights here, some yellow flags. It could really be anyone from top 10. It really could. That's my take on it. It's very much spread out. So here we go. We got 3, 4, 5 lights. We're out, and away we go here at Jeddah, and it looks like Reindeer has stalled it. He just forgot to go, everyone. He did not get the memo from Santa to get that thing sent. But it does look like we've got a clean start throughout the back of the pack. They are 4 wide. They are 4 wide at the back of the pack there with NDNV. Getting a bit of damage, it looks like, on the front left. He's missing a bit of the wing on that car, unfortunately.
Chaos at the back.
And there it is.
Ranieri and Junkyard.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, and Ranieri's retired. He's called it. Oh, that is a shame. That
is something I certainly did not have on my bingo card. What about you?
Not in the slightest. I had Ranieri finishing podium, flying colours, not stalling it on the grid, and then, that is disappointing. That is seriously upsetting for the big fella. He will not be happy. But sometimes the cookie crumbles in weird and mysterious ways, unfortunately. So it is what it is, unfortunately. So we just have to continue on without him.
Yeah, it certainly is. I don't know. Maybe something came up. New dad. You know, maybe you had to
Very
hit
true.
those brakes at home. Not too sure. Uh,
Very, very true.
People are saying that you're being pretty quiet, so
Would you mind turning me up, sir?
I can give that a go.
Thank you, thank you.
All right,
So it's a
let's
shame.
see how that
It's
works
a
out.
shame for the start of the race there. Also for Callie, he's had an incident earlier, got caught up in that mess, so he finds himself at the back of the pack as well with left end plate damage, as well as Junkyard, who I believe also has a bit of front wing damage. But if we jump back to the top, Sprinter Giggles is in front. He's taking the lead. He's
Yes,
taking the,
yeah. Sprinter Giggles and Zonix looks like they're going to trade blows back and forth. But what I noticed is Jerbot is dropping. He's not able to maintain the same pace that the top few have. And in fact, Mazda just clipped him in Sector 1, which is a really... You got to just grit your teeth and go through that if you're trying to make it pass through there.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Jerbot 7/10 down in Sector 1 alone. This is a massive speed discrepancy. So I wonder if his setup is purely for qualifying, or maybe he's just, been startled by the start and just needs to get back into his rhythm. Because he has got pace. He knows he can do it. It's just a matter of finding that rhythm, I reckon.
I think that's it. And, as we know here, when you load that car up with full fuel, it really throws you off when you've been driving with nothing in your quali. And, if you've been doing time trial for practice, set sail for fail, because you just don't get used to it. But here we go. F7 looks like he's going to get the move done on Jerbot, and he does. Really clean on the second DRS zone. Tucks in nicely right behind Mazza, and yeah, there is. There absolutely is, so. But good tight-knit pack at the minute.
Absolutely.
Like a
so
big DRS train.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that this is how this race is going to go. It's going to be very tight the whole way down, and drivers just need to make sure they pick and choose the right moment. But at the moment that someone gets away, it's really hard to follow through Sector 1. So Sprinter's going to be having a fantastic time now with clean air coming over his tyres. He'll be able to keep those tyres in check a little bit, making sure they're not getting too hot, not wearing them too much. Because those mediums, if you don't treat them right, they'll be gone by lap 4. They will be absolutely cooked. So he's doing the right thing, taking it nice and easy through Sector 1. You could hear him lifting off, making sure he was looking after them. But it does allow Zonix to stay with him a little bit. So, it's a cat and mouse game there through Sector 1.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, you're going to push the battery on the exits of the turns through Sector 1? Probably not. Just having a look over the grid, everybody except for Fish Lips is on the mediums at the minute. He started on the hards. Bit of a risky choice, but, I guess he's trying to go the alt strategy, starting back in a special town, as he likes to call it. But yeah, it's good to see everyone's in the DRS here. Except a couple of drivers, but I mean the incidents happened really early.
Exactly right.
And that kind of really unfortunately threw a lot of things way back. But it looks like NDNV are retired in China. They're looking to make up some time and get back up to the lead pack here.
Yeah, if they work well together, they'll be back on the rear pack in no time. Just touching back on Fish Lips starting on the hards, I actually think if there's no safety cars, he's on the right strategy. Because the hards, they're that tougher compound. They can deal with the extra fuel in the car. They can take a bit more of grunt. They can take a bit more, load through them. They can get up to a bit of higher of a temperature while still feeling okay. So if there's no safety cars, I think he's on the right strategy here and be able to power home in those mediums, a bit like F7 did in Brazil last week.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. F7 just had an absolute monster of a drive in Brazil. If you missed that one, go back and watch it. The glazing was more than a Krispy Kreme factory, but on that same note, totally deserved. He made up 14 seconds in 10 laps. It was insane. But Plugger just get the job done on two-door. So we got 2 new full-time drivers this week in two-door and Whiff. So both racing for Racing Bulls, or V-Carb, or Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, whatever flavor you want to put on that team.
Sugar-free Red Bull, thank you.
That's Sugar-free Red Bull. That sounds good. But we got a couple of new full-time drivers, so that's really good to see. And I just can't get over how tight-knit this grid is at the minute. We do have a bit of degree of separation between a few packs, but the fact that, everybody's within the same sector at the minute, And, we got 2 DRS trains from the looks. It's pretty good.
Absolutely. It's close racing, and it has been through the first 2 races too. I think the Diff 1 is the closest pack we have here at RMPT in terms of racing. Like we said at the start, any one of the top 6, 7, 8 young guys can win it. So it's just a matter of who can keep it clean, who can keep the warnings down. As I just have a quick look over the warning screen, does look like the V-Cover whip is already up to 2 warnings, which will be a struggle for him. The Haas of Plugger already sitting on 2 warnings, as is the Williams of Spud Muffin. So those guys need to be very, very careful for the rest of this race.
Yeah, and I just threw it over to Husey, who looked like he was going to try and get the move done on Tyler Mendavy. Tyler shut the door going on to turn 1, and quite clean, but I reckon it caught Husey out a little bit. Husey had to pull up, ease up, and he has dropped almost 7 tenths now to where he was on Tyler, so he'll be looking to make that back up.
We all know Husey loves to make moves often and frequently and powerfully and, every other word in the dictionary you can put down there. He wants to get it done. So, yeah, anytime it's not quite there for him, I think maybe, it would catch him out. He's, especially when he sees ahead of him Tyler Mandavy, who is reserving up from Division 2. He might think, I've got him covered. But Tyler's quick. I don't think there should be any preconceptions of Tyler Mandavy. He has got the pace to hang with these guys 100%.
Yeah, Tyler's doing really well. He's trying to pick the game back up where he left off, and self-admitted he's struggling this season. But he's one to watch.
Chicken with Husey. Oh no, Husey's not going to be happy. He's been DRS chickened out of it. They're going to go side by side through turns 1 and 2. Husey goes a little bit deep, leaves just enough space for Tyler potentially. It was rough, it was brutal, but I think it was fair play on.
Man, there's all kinds of things going on right now. So I just want to highlight on your screen at the minute, we got Plugger F7 and 2-door, and it looks like, Plugger may have got the elbows out a little bit against F7. Not too sure what happened. Don't quote me on that. Don't at me. I'm just trying to call it as I see it. And I could have got things wrong. I'm old. I shake my fist at clouds. But definitely F7 went off track. But they were going 2 and 3 wide through Sector 1. That was pretty intense, to say the least.
Yeah, well, someone's got to shake their fist at clouds, mate. If you're not going to do it, who will? So
That's
we thank
right.
you for your service, mate.
Appreciate that.
Panic's just jumped into the pits after 5 laps, so I wonder if he had a bit of damage he had to fix up. But he's gone onto the hards. And just touching on Junkyard and Cali as well, when they pit, they've gone mediums, so they've committed to the 2-stop, which I think probably is the right decision. Those hards weren't going to go to the end with any luck.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to make the hards go, 22 laps or whatever it is. It's just not happening. And, it's got to be said, I can't believe we haven't seen a yellow Tyrone.
Yeah, outside of the first lap shenanigans, we've kept it clean racing around here in Jeddah. So the Division 1 boys showing us how it's done, as the front 3 have looked to break away a bit from Jeribot. So as we said, maybe he just hasn't quite got that race pace. He had the quali pace for sure. There was no doubting that. And it looks like down the straight he has got the really low wings. But I think he might have wings too low, and he's starting to feel his tyres, I think.
Who is this?
Jeribot.
Yeah? Well, see, he's moved back up the pack. So he's actually dropped spots and he's gone back up. So I don't know. I thought he was kind of finding a rhythm. He's 2.8, 2.9. So we're gonna watch that over the next few laps, see where he ends up. But it looks like Jackal just got the move done on F7. I don't know if F7 had a moment.
I wonder if he got some damage after his bumping with... No, it looks pretty clean.
It does. It looks like he doesn't have anything wrong. Might just not have practiced as much as he wanted to or something like that. I don't know. Uncharacteristic drive, but Sprinter giggles at the minute. 1.4 ahead of Zonix.
Yeah, he's looking to make the move, isn't he? And I've just had a look. I couldn't be more wrong. Jeribot has the best tyres of the grid. So watch out to see what he might be able to do then. So maybe I've just been watching the wrong narrative, reading the wrong pages upside down, right to left. He could be looking to make some moves as Plugger is right on his tail, though.
Yeah, watching this pack at the minute, and it looks like we're starting to see our first set of pits. So Tudor has gone into the pits. Is that a bit early? Or is Tudor focusing on a 2-stop? That just seems so early to try and do a 1-stop.
The 1-stop's the way around here, and It's too early for that. So he has to be going two-stop, and if he is going two-stop, he's got to hope a lot of things go his way because it is hard. Yes, you can get the undercut. It's strong around here, don't get me wrong. But once you get stuck behind the cars through Sector 1, you start losing time. It's hard to find the gaps. So, look, if things go right, he could be in the driver's seat, but a lot has to go his way.
Yeah, a lot. He'd have to be praying for 2 safety cars and everybody to pit, and I just don't see that happening. So, his teammate in Whiff, he's got to take note and, maybe stay out till, what do you reckon would be the goer? Lap 11 minimum, right?
You've got to be targeting lap 11, lap 12 at least. Look, the hards feel good. We've got a yellow flag here. It looks like there's a car around.
Is that Panic or Fish Lips?
It is.
It's
Fish
Fish
Lips.
Lips.
He's gone round. And he's had a severe
Oh,
collision with
no.
Panic, so the Alpines have come together.
They
There
have
is damage to that Alpine. Oh, that is a shame.
damage to Panic or Fish Lips?
Fish Lips, right end plate damage.
Oh, right end plate,
Completely
I see
gone.
it.
Yep. That is a shame.
Same-
A serious shame.
Same team, boys. They're on the same
Yep.
team. But, that
know.
being said, Junkyard Dog's probably like, I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
Like,
keep bringing it back to me, boys. Keep bringing it back to me, he says.
Fish
But
Lips
yeah,
is...
you've got to be targeting lap 12.
Fish Lips is struggling to keep that car on track at the minute. You can see it. The way he's driving it, he could barely hold it together through that chicane. It looks like he just got out of the way of Junkyard Dog and put it into the wall himself, and then just sent it wide again. He's got no wing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's struggling. Poor Fishy.
He'll be pitting. The front wing here is just so important as looks like Jerobot's just pitting. He's going to come out side by side with Two-Door, and Two-Door's going to get the jump on him. So there you go. Undercut in full effect there, getting the jump on Jerobot. But again, Jerobot pitting on lap 9. I think it's a touch early still.
I'm of that same opinion. I think it's just a little bit early. But I don't know. These guys, they're better than me. They know more than I do.
The yellow flag again in Sector 3.
Oh, that's just Fish Lips retiring in the pits.
Okay, that's a shame. Because Fish, he looked like he had a bit of pace around here. He's been waiting for a good result. Nothing's been going his way, but unfortunately, again, the gods are not in his favour. But the thing that interests me, when I said earlier that Jerobot had the best tyres, he was sitting about, I think it was about 7% lower than any other driver on the grid. So to see him come in earlier than the guys at the front is a real shock. So unless he was starting to struggle with temperatures or something else was going astray, I don't really see the reason for the early pit.
I can't make heads or tails of it, to be honest. The early pit just seems so wild to me, and Zonix has come in, lap 10. I don't know.
They're having to navigate traffic.
That's it. Like, they're going to get
Two-Door's
stuck.
just got through Spud Muffin. But now Jerobot's stuck behind. China comes in, so that's one less for Two-Door to deal with. And Spud Muffin... Okay, Jerobot's made a deal with Spud Muffin. So they're both through, but it's just more issues than it needs to be. And Zonix comes out in front, and I think that Zonix probably gets the jump there because they had to deal with the traffic. So, well played, Zonix. Unlucky to the boys behind.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And, the side effect is, at the moment, is these kick boys of Sprinter Giggles and Mozzarella Fingers, they can just team up and work together and get away.
Absolutely. There is a serious threat of a Sauber 1-2 here. And I did notice at one point it was Mercedes 3-4. So the boys in teal will be looking to power up now to try and catch the boys in green. But look, by lap 24, these Sauber boys are going to have such fresher tyres, unless there's some safety car intervention, as there is a yellow flag now in Sector 1 for, I believe that is Junkyard Doggy potentially having a moment, but he's got going again. But he has got no front wing. There is zero front wing on that car. So things go from bad to worse for Junkyard Doggy, unfortunately, as he just can't seem to catch a break. He'll be back into the pits now.
Definitely is gone. It's
completely gone.
It's gone.
Sprinter Giggles into the pits, though. So the first pit from the front, lap 11. He's going to be pitting at about... He can make it work from there. As Plugger, F7, Jackal, and Whiff all follow them in.
Everyone's covering at the minute.
Did Whiff get damage there? He hit the wall in the entry there. I can't see from where I am now. I won't be surprised to see if there was a bit of damage there on the...
it's hard to
on
see.
the RB.
I can't really pick the car at the minute. Oh, Spuddy. Spuddy, our favorite potato, gets a 10-second penalty speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah. there's going to be penalties galore around here, I think. It's one of those tracks. The pit lane isn't the easiest thing to enter, so boys have done well there so far. There is a bit of the left-right kink. If you want to attack it like George Russell does at Baku, you can find some time, but, you know, you've run the risk. And obviously through Sector 1 and through that final little chicane onto the back straight, very easy to pick up warnings. So drivers are doing well so far, but I'm looking at my screen here and there's a lot of 2 warnings on there. So at the moment, Sprinter Giggles, well and truly in the driver's seat on 0 warnings.
We'll see. Yeah, warning game is real. Like, as we know, with the, I'll just say it,
That's done.
yeah, I'm not surprised on that call. But with the introduction of the trading cards or the driving cards, whatever cards that you want to call them, you know, people have realized now that penalties hurt them.
They hurt a lot. Your awareness will go plummeting. Absolutely plummeting. I promise you. A little insight. If you get 3 seconds, it's not the end of the world. You get more than 3 seconds. That's how your car's going to look. It's going to look like you know what.
Yeah,
so as Mozza comes in, interesting to see what the undercut is here. So Sprinter's going through now. That's huge. It's so big.
Oh man, that's going to put Mazda so far down.
The
So far
around
down.
Jeddah is so big, and he's P5.
Yep,
Wow.
from P2 to P5.
But in saying that, lap tyres are fresh. Car in front's done 4 laps. Ahead of that's 3, 2 from Zonix.
Yep.
So he will reap the benefits, but he needs to get cleared 2-door as quick as possible. And he skateboards it. He's just skateboarded it through Sector 1. I reckon he may have picked up a penalty there, or at least a warning.
Mazda,
Yeah.
I was just
He absolutely skateboarded it through Sector 1.
I had it on the screen there watching Zonix, and it's the return of the Teal back up to the podium. So we got Zonix and Jerabot back in P2, P3 with that unfortunate timed pit from Mazda, but you know, he had to pull the trigger on it. There's no doubt about that one.
Absolutely did. He had to get it. But unfortunately, the gap just closed on him and he found himself in P5. So
That's it.
Sprinter Giggles will be taking a lap to just get these tyres up to temperature. But yeah, sorry to cut you off there, Thunder.
No.
After you, mate.
Oh, good. We got to also bring up the divisional chat trash talk. There was a bit of there was a bit of trash talk going into this race. I seem to remember there was a certain team saying that the kick domination stops this week. And
I'm waiting.
yeah, I think we're both waiting. And
yeah.
this plugger just sets the fastest lap right after Sprinter. Oh,
look.
Ooh, a big send from Two-Door on Mazza. Going through turn 1 and 2, and they're side by side going through turn 3. Here we go, turn 4. It takes victims. They've wheel hooked a little bit, touched and tapped. Mazza is letting Two-Door know you can't just take it from me like that. They are side by side through sector 1, skating that car, and look who's come up and just taken a slice of the pie. That is Plugger that's just entered into your screen. They are burning. Mazza is burning all the way down to turn 8. Here we go. Do-si-do, round the hairpin, too wide. This is it. You would think this was NASCAR the way these boys are hitting each other.
Oh, and they're side by side again, going into the right-hander.
How are they not binning it?
This is amazing racing from the boys. This needs a round of applause. This is fantastic side-by-side racing as Mazza and Plugger are still side-by-side down the DRS road, but it looks like he's just finished it off, and I cannot believe that has not ended in tears. But look at the time they have lost to the front 3.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, they've lost, 3 seconds on that battle alone. And Mazda gets the job done on Two-Door, and so does Plugger as they go through this DRS, heading on to the main front straight here on the ultimately last turn here at Jeddah. They did lose a heap of time, but damn, that was really good watching, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic to watch. I don't care about no time lost. That was amazing. It's this yellow flag further down. Looks like it could be for one of the Williams, is it? As Spuddy picks up a 10-second for the severe collision with J2Z. So not only are the Alpines at war with each other, so are the Williams.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. Obviously I've got... what is going on with J2Z?
Penalties are getting thrown around for fun. So I would imagine we may be seeing some steward reports come in to rectify some of these scenarios, I would guess.
Yeah, not too sure what was going on with that one. But that being said, you know, this battle between Mazda Plugger and two-door, it's brought F7 into the fold.
It has. It really, really has. So it's a bit of a weird one because if you're Mozza, you don't want to fight too hard because you're trying to catch the guys ahead. But if you don't fight hard enough, you're going to end up P7. So catch 22 here for the Sauber driver. What does he do?
I reckon you just got to try and full send.
I think you're right.
You just got to go it.
The one benefit he does have is he's in the clean air. And Plugger, two-door, F7, they're going to be getting hotter and hotter in their engine and hotter with their tyres. And they're going to start getting very, very upset. As it looks like the Ferrari is looking at a bit of a half move there on the RB, pulled out of it. But yeah, the temperatures around here are just so brutal. It's already a hot country as is. You put around 20 screaming F1 cars, all of a sudden it gets turned to the max.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And like I was saying earlier on the quality, the back right tire just takes an absolute beating here. It takes an absolute caning. And unfortunately, you can't really see it on stream, but it's easily one of the most degraded tires. It's one of the hottest tires. And when you're doing the hairpin, on both hairpins, if you can call them that, and going through the chicanes, you can feel the car slide out. And that can really ruin your race. And there we go. Mazda, the first of our front runners to pick up a 3-second penalty.
First one. We knew they were coming.
Yes, we
Knew they
did.
were coming. So, just for reference, Mozza, who has done 3 laps on his hards, he's sitting around 20% on his tyres. That is his rear right. But interestingly, he's also got front left wing damage, it says on here. So he may have that very pale damage where it's not quite wing end plate damage. He might be feeling a little bit of that.
Oh, is it one of those like 3% damage? It's ripped a sticker off.
13%. So interesting to see the end plate still attached to that, honestly. And Jay Tuzi has left the session. Let me see if I can get that man back in.
And we got Drew Boy, aka H-Town, asking for gap to leader. So I reckon he's in there engineering the Ferrari boys tonight.
He's a good man. He's always in there. He bleeds red, and it's not because that's the natural blood colour, he says. Although I beg to differ, it might be, biological. But yeah, let him have it.
Well, you know what? Your blood is actually blue. You know,
the oxygenated blood. Yeah, without oxygen.
that's
yeah.
right.
Fair play.
See,
Fair play.
it's not until it comes into contact with oxygen that it turns it red.
Fair
So
play.
you
And I
know,
did not have Jay Tuzi added. So Jay Tuzi hasn't added me back. I know I've sent him a friend request.
let me see if I can get him. Oh dear.
So
Here
another
we
3-second pops up there for Tyler Mandavy, and ND and V also have 3-second penalties. There's still a lot of guys who are flirting with the 3-second game, so I don't think they'll be the last ones. But Sprinter Giggles has taken a bit of a disappear act here. He's 2.5 seconds clear as Onyx now. Jerobot then 4 seconds further down the field. Mozza is right on the back of Jerobot now, so maybe Jerobot's had a mistake, or maybe Mozza's just really picked up the pace since that penalty. So we look a bit further down the grid. You can see Jackal trying to get onto the back of that pack there. Looks like he's just about getting into the DRS there at the F7 two-door fight. Cusey sort of in his own little race with Whiff, who looks like he'll make a move coming down the start-finish straight on this lap with any sort of luck coming his way. But already you can start to see guys starting to slide those tyres, and there's still 8 laps to go.
And two doors come into the pits. 9-lap-old hard tires, and two doors come into the pits. So
Does
there's
he
still
have
8 laps
damage?
to go. I don't think he has damage. It's just
There's no front wing change.
there's no front wing change. He's throwing on fresh hards again. He's just doing a 2-stop.
And it's hards.
Questions.
Look, everyone... I've got nothing. I'm trying. I really am. If he threw on the mediums, maybe, he could try power through. But also, maybe he knows something I don't. So, I wish him all the best in his campaign here. I expect he will still be very, very quick now, and he will get onto the back of Tyler Mandavy and Husey very, very quickly, I think. But, look, it's interesting. Interesting to say the least. As Mozza has got past on Jerobot, as we have been talking.
He did. Now, how are those tires looking? Because Jerabot's on 8-lap hold hards. Mazda's on 5-lap hold hards. And Mazda just definitely gets another track warning there. There's no way he didn't get that going through that chicane. But,
Yeah, let me just pull up that information for you, sir.
yeah, see if you can check out the tires on these two. Because, you know, we know Mazda, he plays on controller. His tire wear is a bit higher than most.
So, according to my information, Mozza is on 32% on those hards. Jerabot, 36.
And the 3 laps difference. So, right now, they're going to, after this lap right here, they're probably going to be about at an equilibrium. But Jerabot's tires are almost twice as old.
By my predictions here, by lap 21, Jerabot's tyres will be better than Mozza's.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. But the way that Mazda is burning through them, I think is the best way I can say it. He's chewing them up.
Amazing. It's
But-
almost a skill.
You know, and Plugger is caught up to the back of Jerabot here, and he's left F7 Jacqueline Whiff behind.
It's going to be a very interesting last couple of laps because Sprinter is looking to drop a gear and disappear, as they say. Can he maintain it? Because his tyres are the most worn of the lot, so he's obviously pushing quite hard at the moment. Zonic's looking after his tyres reasonably well. He'll be just looking to keep it under check and maybe push towards the end. And then obviously the guys behind Mozza are just looking to stay within that 3 seconds. So it's going to be a very, very interesting little game we play here.
I think one of the interesting things is as your tires get worn and you're in the lead, like let's say you're Sprinter Giggles, right? You've got more tire wear than anyone else on the track right now. Your tires aren't even the oldest. Are you out enough in front to be able to slow down and not skate on the curbs? As we see Plugger get the job done on Jerabot, and it looks like Husey got the job done on Whiff. So both Haas drivers moving up that lap. Moving on up.
The Americans doing the right thing. Hoorah.
For once. And I don't mean, you know what? Let's stay out of that. So Tudor just sets the fastest lap.
We'll keep it chill.
At a 130 flat.
We're just, you know, showing our patriotism towards America as a proud American citizen myself. Sprinter Giggles was burning his battery big time on the last lap. Well, Zonix has got a lot of battery in reserve, so I don't know why you're questioning that, mate. I'm as American as they come.
Yep. Fair dinkum. Okay, so
Bloody oath.
But yeah, Sprinter, he's coming into traffic at the minute, and it looks like he's running into the back of Callie. Now Callie's an experienced driver, so there's no question that he'll be able to get out of the way, and he will. There it is.
Nicely done. One on Callie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Callie's a good lad.
Sprinter is absolutely throwing the battery at every single lap. He's throwing qualifying lap after qualifying lap after qualifying lap at the moment, it seems. While Zonix, he's just chilling with 70%. He's just waiting. So maybe he's just waiting for the tyres to go for Sprinter Giggles, and then he's going to start throwing the battery at the track himself. But Mozza, he's on the back of Zonix now, and he's building that 3-second gap down to P4.
He is, and Plugger is looking like he's going to be able to make a podium. He is chasing down Mozza. And now Mozza's got that 3-second penalty as well, so you got to keep that in mind. If Plugger can keep it clean, he's on the top. He's on the top steps. But
absolutely, but he's got to keep within that 3 seconds. Mozza is slowly extending that lead. Every corner it just seems to go by half a tenth. It's now to 2.6. It was 2.3 at the start of the lap, so it's going to be an interesting couple of laps here.
Yes, it will. So yeah, Broadstead just saying in the chat that Husey's helmet looks pretty mad, and I got to agree. When I flicked over for Husey and it was on the helmet cam, I was like, actually, that looks really good. Like the coloring is just really cool. Well done. Good choice of helmet.
He's done well. Done well, the big fella. So, from here, do we see any change in the top three, we'll say, outside of penalties, on track?
I don't think so. Not unless Zonix can find a turbo. And the only reason I say that is because Sprinter, he's got about a lap lead at the minute. Right? And he's got no pressure, is what I'm getting at. So unless he makes a big mistake, I don't think we're going to see a change. And this will be Sprinter's third podium.
It's many races. So I'm just looking at it. If he keeps driving the way he is, he'll be on 80% tyre wear by lap 25. Now, lap 25, 80%. What does 80% mean, Thunder?
That is your puncturer.
That is a puncture territory.
You're at high risk of puncture.
So, look, I'm going to play devil's advocate against Sprinter here. He needs to look after these tyres a bit. Otherwise, he runs the risk of a last lap panic session. It's, oh, no, Plugger.
Oh!
He picks up a 3.
Plugger did the inevitable and picked up the 3-second penalty. Unlucky number 13 for Plugger. Yeah, really going to hurt his chance at a podium, but now Jerbot is looking hungry. So is Plugger going to make Jerbot's life miserable and trying to get by?
Well, Jerbot, if he can get by and then just cruise onto the back of Mozza, could look at a podium in a division up.
Yep. Which is going to raise some eyebrows.
It's raising a lot of eyebrows already, no doubts about it. But credit to him, he's found some pace. He was tiered into Division 2 from his evaluation races. I know Jerbot quite well. He's not the kind of guy who would sandbag.
Oh, no,
he's actually
he's
the kind of guy who
definitely not.
in other leagues, I know for a fact, he's actually said, please take me out of this division. I'm too quick. So, you know, he's a great guy, Jerry, and I wish him all the best, and, you know, good on him for finding the pace.
Yeah, no, he's doing really well this race. There's no doubt about that. Mazda gets the job done on Zonix. That's surprising me a little bit. Did Zonix have a moment?
I don't think so. I think Zonix is starting to struggle a little bit. I've just been on board with him. He has got a lot of battery, not to take it away from him, but he's just, you can see the rear end just sliding a little bit, just maybe struggling a little bit to keep it under check.
So we got. Oh, go.
Oh, I was going to say, my question is, I know Mozza's got 3 seconds, all right? I'm fully aware. Can he get there onto the back of Sprinter on track and just be a little bit of a pest?
I'm gonna say no. 3.5 seconds. We have watched that lead go down a second, by the way. But I don't think he's gonna slow up enough to give Mozza DRS.
Every single corner that is coming down.
But it certainly is, and I'm just keeping an eye on that time at the minute.
Every single corner, it is coming down.
Only
Another 10th there.
Only a few laps to go.
3 laps.
Which,
It'll be close.
you know, gotta ask. What's
Look,
who do you think is your driver of the day? Who's going to be your driver of the day?
Ooh, my driver of the day. Let me very quickly have a look at some stuff. So, look, I think Plugger's had an absolute ripper. He started P8. He's kept it clean. He's had some great racing on track. The only scratch on his card is the 3 second. Further down, I think F7 again has shown strong. Sprinter and Mozza. Gee, it's tough. Look, if Sprinter goes on to win this, I think he gets my vote. I think he's putting in another very flawless performance. It's not starting from the front row, kept it clean, got to P1, hasn't looked back, but, there's a few guys who could get my vote. I'm going to say Sprinter. I'll say Sprinter.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Do you need to phone a friend?
It was a workaround, but I got there. It was just so much
You're watching,
going on in this brain.
You're looking through so much telemetry that you're all like, I don't know, I can't make up my mind. Look, I'm in agreement with you. It's got to be Sprinter Giggles. He didn't start on pole position. I think he started second row. Let's just take a quick look at that, actually. And
P4, I believe, yeah.
No penalties. Yeah, P4. He's had a clean race. He's been out front since lap 3. He's built the lead up a little bit. And he's doing quite well.
With a 3 second gap.
He has. Mazda has just clipped that 3 second gap to Zonix. So, what do you do? What do you do if you're kick right now? If you're engineering the kick drivers, do you tell Sprinter to slow down a little bit to give Mazda some DRS?
Absolutely, you do. You say, Sprinter, pull it back, give Mazda some DRS. Let's make sure of it. All right, I think Moss has got it covered on his own nonetheless because Zonic seems to be really, really struggling at the moment. But I think you make sure of it, don't you? You get him out to a 4 or 5 seconds. You even swap positions. You know, you let him swap. You send the sprinter back, maybe just to slow up Zonics ever so slightly. You know, you do everything you can, but I think Moss should have it in the bag here.
I think he should as well. And we got Marzi in the chat saying, "Do we get anything about the driver of the day?" Yeah, mate, we're just talking about it. Who do you think is driver of the day? Who's driver of the day in your eyes? Show us, chat. Who do you think gets it?
There's a few guys who could get it. It's just, you know, I could have given it to Mozza, Plugger, F7. Those 3-second penalties just immediately have to take him out of contention. Zonix went from pole down to P3. Always hard to give a drive of that to someone who's gone backwards, even though he's still putting in a great drive, don't get me wrong. And then further down, you know, Jack was putting in a solid performance. Jerry, again, gone backwards, still had a good race. Yeah, I think it's got to be Sprinter.
Yeah, we got Chidong saying Plugger.
Yep.
Oh, and Plugger just picks up another 3. That's
Chat
going to see him
curse.
drop down to P8.
Chat Curse and F7 just gets by him too. So insult to injury there as we come onto the final lap now. Sprinter is going to have a 1.7 second advantage. I think Mozza will be within DRS by the end of this lap. It's not going to matter, but for the culture, why not have a dip? Why not have a go at him, Mozza?
Well, if Mazza has worked his way up to him. Oh! F7 is pushing Plugger out to the inside. Here we go. Turn 3 madness. Final lap. We're on board with Jerabot. Front row seat to Plugger. F7 duking it out here in Sector 1. Going clean through turn 4, which is good. And that's something to be said. We have not had a VSC. We have not had a safety car. Turn 4 has not murdered any cars tonight. So there is that. And we see Plugger just straight take an early exit. 3 seconds for corner cutting. That's going to see him pretty much kill his race. He'll finish probably 4th or 5th on track. But by the time this thing's all said and done, P9, maybe P10,
P9.
depending upon what RB does.
It's a shame. It's a really shame because he's put in a good race, has Plugger, as Mozza has just about... after this corner, I think he might have him in terms of DRS. He's not going to get past him on track.
Oh, he is pushing though. He is pushing though, and we're going to go on board for Mozza. Good old mozzarella fingers. He's got the marinara sauce right by his computer.
He has given everything he's got, but there's only one man, and it's the man who we have talked about a lot this season already. He took the win in round 1. Was it round 2? No, I can't remember.
Round
anymore.
1.
He's put 2 podiums in. The Saubers come through in tandem, weaving down the straight for a Sauber 1-2. Another double podium for the Saubers. What a performance again, and the Sauber reign continues.
It does. You know, Jackal had a really good drive as well, so Aston Garage has to be feeling pretty good about that tonight. And that's something that he went unsung through all that. I got to admit that much. We didn't talk much about Jackal, but, you know, he was Marzi's shout for driver of the day. And I reckon that was a good shout. He had a really good drive that whole race.
So he kept it out of trouble, moved his way up.
Tyler Mandavy crossed the line, followed by China, and then Panic. Now China with the 10-second penalty is going to drop. Then we got Spud Muffin coming through. He's picked up 210s, so speeding in the pit lane, and then a collision with Jay Toozy. So really unfortunate there.
Be close here with NDNV if he gets past with the penalties, but I think he should be safe.
He should be.
He is. Well, there it is.
Well, that was Jeddah F1. Yeah, man, go for it. Go for the recap.
I mean, from the start of the race, when we thought it was going to be chaos, the drivers kept it very, very clean, and the Sauber boys once again showing that they are the ones to be toppled, taking P1 and P2 and a cheeky 1-2 for the Sauber outfit. Look, was there a lot of passing on track? Absolutely. Was there some great racing on track? Double down on the absolutely. There was some great side-by-side stuff through Sector 1, and all the boys kept it clean. I was astounded by some of the racecraft I saw tonight. Unfortunately, did see 3 retirements in Ranieri, Fish Slips, and Junkyard Doggy, who all saw themselves out earlier on in the race. But the one-stop reigned supreme, and Sprinter Google said, well, boys, I'm coming for that win and that overall trophy at the end.
Yeah, just waiting to see if we can get a couple of the guys in the comms box here. Just go over a quick couple of questions.
Absolutely.
As
So
we
we've got
see,
Sprinter Giggles taking up P1, Mozart taking away P2, and Zonix rounding out the podium with P3. Jerobot made a Mercedes 3-4 after reserving up, so well done to Jerobot. F7 takes away P5, followed by Jack with a great race there in P6. I've just got communicate with online services, so Plugger gets P7. Two-door and Whiff in the V-carbs take out P8 and 9, followed by the Haas of Husey. The Red Bull of Tyman Davey also reserving up takes P11, followed by Panic, who had some early incidences with his team out in the Alpine. China takes away P13, followed by NDNV reserving up for the McLaren in a solid race for him. Spud Muffin takes away P15, followed by his teammate J2's in P16, and Callie, Junkyard Dog, Fish Slips, Ranieri round out your grid.
you good, Tyrone, man. You ripped through that list like it was a hot knife through butter. All right,
So the time was coming down.
that's it. That's it. All right, so we do have Zonix in here. So Zonix, mate, really good race. Mercedes again, up towards the top, and you got P3 here in Saudi Arabia. Is that what you were expecting from that race, or did you run into any hurdles?
Um, I definitely ran into a hurdle with tire wear. That was a very stressful race for me. I think when I got pole, I wasn't expecting to get the win because I know how fast both the Saubers are. So I was just hoping for a podium, and I mean to get P3 was really nice. But yeah, I think my rear right tire ended on about 95%. So I was on the verge of getting a puncture.
Oh,
So it was a bit of a scary race, but I'm happy to come away with the podium.
no, that's really good. And there was a lot of talk about the undercut and where it was going to happen and when it was going to happen, and everybody seemed to cover when Sprinter Giggles came into pit. Uh, was there anything that you were trying to do differently after that? Because I believe you came out of the pits P5.
Yeah, not really. I think I didn't really know when the best time to pit was, and then when I saw my teammate behind me box, I was like, oh well, I better go in so I don't get undercut. And it was about that time that I lost DRS to Sprinter as well. So I think I timed my pit stop just right. It was a little bit close at the end, but I think it was a good stop. So I got out in front of the pack that my teammate was stuck behind, which I think saved me from being overtaken by him. And then yeah, I just after that, um, I tried to keep it clean, not get any pens. I was shooting for P2 at one stage, but then obviously my tires were absolutely dead at the end, so I wasn't really focusing on staying within 3 seconds of Moza and just focusing on not getting a puncture.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you really got to play smart is the whole tire wear thing. You don't want to cook them completely and burn them out. So I'll pass you over to Tyrone. Tyrone, what have you got for Zonix here?
Firstly, well done on P3, mate. Nice drive. After taking pole, I'm sure, like you said, ending up on the podium, still a win nonetheless. Just wanted to quickly touch on when you pitted on box on lap 9, we sort of commented on saying maybe it's a lap early, maybe it's a little bit too soon. If you were to do it again, would you try hold out, or were those mediums absolutely cooked?
Um, the mediums were cooked, but I think the reason I boxed at that lap was because I thought I was going to come out in front of that pack that my teammate got stuck in, which was my goal. Because at that time, I was just trying to stay out in front of my teammate who was getting the undercut. So, yeah, it's a tricky one, but it had the lap that I boxed had its advantages for coming out in front of those guys, but also like the tires at the end were absolutely shot. So it was a bit of a win loss. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, look, Jeddah's a tough one. Not everyone can win around Jeddah. Look, if you're willing to share the information to the crowd, what wings were you running out of interest?
I think I had 6-0. So I don't know. I really don't know if that was good or not, but I found a setup and I liked the wings, so we ran them.
Yeah, nice. And how'd you go with the tire temperatures? Because I know around here it can be really, really tough to keep them under check.
I actually felt pretty good on tire temps. It was just degradation. Like honestly, driving at the start of my stint was really nice. Felt like I had a lot of grip, but then it gets to a point where you just feel it disappear. Like within 2 laps, you can go from having so much grip to having none straight away.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, nonetheless, well done, mate, on bringing home a P3. Kept the penalty free as well, which is always important. So really well done.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so now we will head over to P2, Cheese Fingers, Mozzarella Man, Mozza.
Hello, lads. How's it going?
Good, mate. How are you doing?
Oh, stressful, honestly. Very, very stressful. I was very close to getting a 6 second, because I had a 3 second plus 2 warnings. So my goal was to beat Zonix by more than 6, or at least the pack behind. But then I saw everyone behind Zonix had penalties, and I was like, P3's fine as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you were pushing up and you were catching Sprinter Giggles at a rate of knots at the end. And were you guys in the comms together talking about it, or were you pushing to try and get him?
I was pushing it first because I was frustrated with Mr. Tudor, because that'll be a ticket later because I thankfully streamed and it didn't break on me. Um, but yeah, it had some frustration there. Lost 1 to 3 seconds behind them. Caught up to Jerabot. Realized I thought it was Zonix at the start, and then it was Jerabot, and I was like, oh. So I got past Jerabot, who boxed on lap 9. Actually boxed the latest out of everyone to do the one stop with fresher tyres, lap 11 to 12, because I had done a previous race here where I did that, and it ended up in a win. So I tried it out. I did move my wings up to 7-0, just so I would have a bit more turn in, because normally I'm actually 5-0. Not sure about everyone else, but yeah, it was real quick. None and overtake did the work for me.
Yeah, you did. You had a really good race, and yeah, you pitted on lap 12, which kind of surprised me because being a controller player, I know your tire wear is one of the higher ones out of the grid, but you
Oh,
seem to have a
actually,
lot of pace at the end.
my tire wear coming into the pits was um about 76.
I mean, it's still Snoop Dogg levels right there, but you did really well lap 12, and you had a really good push at the end, and it was really impressive to see. You had an awesome race, kick 1-2. I'm sure Garage is pretty happy at the moment. I'm sure you guys are pretty happy, and I'll hand you over to Tyrone.
Thank you, Thunder.
Well, Mozzarella, we speak again, mate. Really well done. P2, very cheeky from you. Nicely done. I'm sure you're very happy with that.
I am very, very happy with that. I had an absolutely, uh, honestly, I love the move. It was on, I think, lap 3, going around the outside through the first 2 corners around the outside of Jerabot. Made it stick, put the throttle down, and just glided right through on him. That was probably the highlight of my race.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
mate. Just touching on that point of some racing moments, going through bloody Sector 1, 3 of you, side by side, it was yourself, it was Plugger, and it was potentially Tudor. I
Was
can't remember
Tudor.
exactly. That was some serious racing, mate. Like, you lost a lot of time. Yes, it might have hurt your overall race, but woo, was it ever a watch? It was fantastic watching. Just talk us through the heart rate and the stress that you were going through Sector
Oh,
1 side by side.
well, me and Plugger were kind of trying to get past Tudor. Obviously, both of us having boxed later than he had. Me going into turn 1, I went for a bit of a fake. As you know, I've done it on cake before. Um, and instead of kind of just driving off the track, he moved under braking into my wing. I didn't get damage, but that brought Plugger right into the battle, and it just went from there. Me and Plugger tried staying side by side. He was a bit frustrated as well, I could tell. But Tudor was not letting me pass, and I had to use all the battery on the back straight before the final corner.
Absolutely, mate. And fun fact, you actually had 13% front left wing damage, so
Uh,
you didn't get away with it fully. But, mate, really nice race. I thought you might end up getting Sprinter at the end, even with the penalty. I thought maybe you'd get past for a bit of on-track pride. But nicely done, and congratulations on another very nice result for Sauber.
Thank you, mate. That is another podium, 2 in a row. 2-3, then 1-2.
You love it.
All right, next up we got Sprinter Giggles. He's no stranger to talking to us after a race, that's for sure. He's had a P1 at the start of the season at Monza, P2 in Brazil, and he's P1 again here in Jeddah. Uh, Great race, Sprinter. What was there ever any doubts? Did doubts start creeping in after quali?
Um, Honestly, yeah. After I saw their lap times, I the only way I could hope was that they were all running quality setups, and I don't know if they were, but I've seemed a lot faster on the straights in the race. So like I got past them pretty much straight away. So after like the first few laps, I settled in, felt a bit more comfortable, and then when we boxed, it was all I was just trying to conserve as much as I can.
Yeah, and everybody kind of seemed to follow you in when you boxed, so you weren't able to really get the undercut on anyone. Uh, but that being said, did your tires die on you at the end?
Yeah, I was tire saving for the last 5 laps, so I was lifting, coasting, and avoiding all the curbs for a long time. So that's probably why the timing sheets went down.
There it is. There it is, Tyrone. We were talking about that. I was like, he's gonna have to.
We were.
It was just like he's gonna have to do this in order to keep those tires alive, and that's it. There's the confirmation. What's on your screen is the rear end of Sprinter Giggle's car. That's pretty much what everybody sees apparently when they race up against him here in Div One. Um, but yeah, Sprinter like quali. You know, you qualified P4, I think it was. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep. And you know, you had a really good drive. You were my choice for driver of the day, Tyrone's choice for driver of the day. So really well done. It's another P1 for you. Kit Garage has to be really good, in good spirits at the minute. And I'll pass you over to Tyrone, mate.
Well, Sprinter Gills, we speak again, once again.
Again.
I seem to be getting very familiar with the Sauber boys here in the Commonsblock post race. But, mate, I suppose, firstly, how are we feeling? 3 races, never stepped lower than P2. What is on the cards for you for the remaining rounds?
Oh, obviously it's good leading the championship. Hopefully a little bit more comfortably now. It would be better if I got a win last week. The 3 wins in a row would have been felt a bit more nice. But obviously I'll take the win. Extra 25 points going into the next weekend.
Absolutely, mate. And you just touched on before the qualifying and race setups. Were you running a 0 on the rear wing, or were you running a little bit more?
I was running 6-0.
Yeah. So it seems like majority were running the 0 on the rear wing. And I was just looking at your tyre wear throughout the race, and you were threatening to get into that puncture range. At what point did you really say? I know you said you were saving for 5 laps, but were you pushing before that, or was it just natural causes of those tyres getting hot and worn?
Oh, after I came out of the pits, I was pushing for a few laps to get out of the DRS. And then after I got out of the DRS, I started easing it a little bit more. But I obviously pushed a bit too much at the start on the first stint.
Well, you managed it well in the end, mate, and you brought it home in P1, ultimately by 4 seconds after the penalty from your teammate. So really well done, and taking commanding lead in the championship. So well done.
Thanks.
All right, I'll talk. So, yeah, pretty good race. Pretty good race here in Jeddah. Tyrone, you know, you asked at the beginning of the race, and I said the winner's going to come from the first 2 rows. And, you know, I wasn't wrong. It came from P4. He's been in the podium a few times now, and, you know, I'm surprised, but not surprised at the same time. Anything stick out for you as a memorable moment?
It has to be the Sector 1 racing through side-by-side, Mozza, Plugger, 2-door, those boys just going side-by-side through Sector 1 and keeping it as clean as it can be was fascinating. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable racing from those boys. So that stands out as my moment of the race.
Oh, 100%. I'm right on board with you on that one. Like, that was good to watch on stream. I can't imagine the stress that those guys would have been feeling going through those corners. Tight knit racing, nobody binned it. You know, and, you know, clean racing here in RMPT. That was awesome to see on track. And, yeah, I look forward to what happens next week. I believe we got Silverstone on the cards. Is that right?
I believe you are correct, mate. And, gee, I know there's some blokes here who love a little bit of the UK sun/rain. So there's going to be some great racing there in Division 1, no doubt, again.
And I think it's a sprint weekend as well. So that'll be good to see what happens and how that works out. So, you know, from Tyrone, myself, and RMPT F1, thank you very much for watching. And it was a great race. And we'll be back tomorrow night with Titans. And I believe it'll be myself and Prancer in the comms box calling that one for you to watch at home. And You thought you've seen some quick times, and I know there's a guy setting a 126.2 at the minute. So that's ridiculous time here in Jeddah, but he showed he can do it. And the other thing to take on board is, mental health matters, physical health matters, and you matter. If you are feeling down or you need somebody to talk to, always reach out. It's a tough step, but you'll be overwhelmed with the support you get. So thank you very much from everybody here at RMPT. Have a good night.